Dundalk FC, the worst rated club on all of FC25. We have decided to take the Irish club from the Republic of Ireland. We are now placing them down in League 2. We're replacing the worst team in League 2, Carlisle United, and we are going to rebuild the worst team in FC25 to become the best in the European champions. Let's go and jump into it. Let's meet this horrible, horrible squad, and let's see if we can rebuild them. And here we go. Look at this squad. I mean, we have a 54 rated goalkeeper, a 54 rated backline, a 50 overall mulligan. We have a horrible, horrible midfield. Our best player is playing out of position at the moment at the default. Right winger Horgan, or right midfielder Horgan, 31 years old. He's 61 overall, and that's our best player in there as well. The team on itself is kind of mid to younger range with obviously Keel and Mulligan, but they just aren't good in there. But a bunch of 24 to 25 year olds in the team, a couple of older guys. We have a 40-year-old goalkeeper on our bench, a 19-year-old goalkeeper on the bench, 18-year-old striker, 21-year-old player. So it's, to be fair, on the younger side of things there. It's just a horrible, horrible squad in terms of that. We have $775K in our budget, which is going to absolutely bring us nothing in there. Our only hope is that we have decent youth academy players. Pretty much everyone here that I can bring in is going to be bringing in. And we actually have two decent ones, Jude Hoyland and Drakium on the squad here. This guy looks absolutely decent as well. He's already going to be the highest rated player, second highest rated player. Power shot, whip pass, Travella, and long throw. And then Hoyland has power header, incisive pass, jockey, and anticipate. He's honestly a center back, if anything. We're going to go ahead and change him to be a center back. And we actually have a very good goalkeeper in Armstrong, 61 overall. We are going to bring him instantly because he's going to be a high overall goalkeeper. And he's going to be very important for simulations. The first player we bring in is a Lone E, and that's all we can really afford is Lone E's, maybe one or even just two Lone E players. But we go ahead and bring in a striker, and Aqua, he comes into the squad from Bado for the season. Welcome to Dundalk. We go ahead and loan in another player. This could be possibly two players coming on loan. This one is a center back, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't know what position I just loaned in, to be completely honest. I hope it's defensive like I wanted it to be. It should be defensive. Is it defensive? Matt Barker, yes, a center back. He was loaned in from Newport County. We are also looking to loan in a center defensive midfielder from Salford. Whether or not that comes through, which it should be coming through right now, it is Osama Ashley coming to the squad from Salford City. He'll be with us for the season as a center defensive midfielder, 63 overall. Welcome to Dundalk. Hopefully you can maybe get us mid-table. It's all about kind of establishing ourselves this season and hopefully getting a little bit of money for next season, because with the money we have now, we quite literally can't do anything. So we're trying to get up into the ranks a little bit and then get money from that way. And so here's how the team is going to be set up for this season. We obviously have Aqua as striker, 62 overall. We have Kraken coming from the Youth Academy, who's now a right winger. He's 62 overall. We have Ashley, who's our center defensive mid, 63 overall. We do have Baker, who is 61 overall, right-footed, so he'll go on to the right. And then we make our CDM into a center back, into Holland now. He is our left-footed center back, so he'll come to there. And then obviously Armstrong is our goalkeeper for this season as well. We got to hope that Ashley and Aqua plays and not hopefully Mulligan or even I don't think Keen, Osterbeck, I don't think any of these guys will play. Anybody else here will go ahead and do that. So yeah, hopefully this team can survive relegation, the fake relegation. Obviously can't get relegated from League 2, and hopefully we can establish ourselves into a decent enough position to get some money for next season. That way we can buy some proper players and hopefully try and get us up to League 1. This season is all about establishing ourselves. We did play the first game of the season, in which we actually won against Accrington Stanley. We did lose in the Cowboy Cup to Grimsby Town on penalties, albeit, but it is that. So I will see y'all at the end of the season, where hopefully we're top 14, top 15. That's the aim. Well, we did our goal. We're not in the top, well, we're not in a relegation fight as I thought we possibly was going to end up being, to be completely honest, at the season written off. I know I said I expected top 15, or was wanting top 15. I completely expected bottom 3, and not just bottom 3, not just bottom 2, but bottom. I thought we were going to be the worst team in the league because we're the worst team in FC25. But with a couple of changes and a couple of signings, not only are we just top 15, not only are we in top 10, we are in the playoffs for promotion. What? We are in the playoffs for promotion, and in fact, we missed out on automatic promotion by 2 points and a couple of goals. Absolutely absurd. We do have Gillingham in the playoff finals, or not the playoff finals, but in the promotion finals. Now, I don't expect to win this, but hey ho, if we do win it, then we win it, and if we get promoted, then we get promoted. And if we get promoted, I'm scared to what actually happened in League One. We draw the first leg 2-2. We're going back home to Ireland for the second leg here against Gillingham, in which we are going to go ahead and draw 4-4. Who goes through? Don't know. On penalties, we lose on penalties. So, again, another season in League 2 next season as expected. But the fact that we were in a playoff fighting position anyway is absurd in itself. Holland grew up to 65 overall. Ashley grew up to 65, but we'll lose him. Craigham's up to 64. Aqua's up to 64, but we'll lose him. Baker's up to 63, but we'll lose him. Top goal scorer had to be Aqua with 24 goals. Absolutely insane. Horgan had 18 goals. Craigham had 11 goals. Holland had 6 goals as a center back. Gulan had 4 goals. Ashley did his thing. Wow. All right, well, hopefully that will bring us some money for next season. Hopefully. Let's see what happens. I'll see y'all at the start of season 2. And the start of season 2, we've been given $3 million to spend in our transfer budget. So it's going to be another couple of lonely players in the squad here. We're obviously going to lose Aqua and a lot of players, a lot of good players. Aqua, Ashley, and Baker. Maybe we look to bring them in permanently, but I think definitely we look to replace our back line, or not replace our back line, but replace our back line essentially. Keo has to go. We're going to have to find a new center back to essentially replace Baker if we don't bring Baker back in, and definitely a new right back, and then obviously work on the midfield as well, and of course another striker if we don't bring Aqua and Ashley back into the squad. So let me go do some magic. Maybe look on the free agent markets. We had a bunch of options here. Maybe look on the free agent markets and see what we can do. And Osama Ashley is a permanent player here at Salford City. Nope, not at Salford City. From Salford City, now at Dundalk. He did a great job in the midfield last season. We'll get him a little bit cheaper because of his contract expiring at the end of this season. So welcome to the club, Mr. Osama Ashley. Hopefully you can continue to be great. Welcome to Dundalk. We bring in free agent Abdullah Al-Khayik. I'm going to mispronounce his name besides Abdullah is about the only way I can know how to say it. But it's not even Al-Ak. It's a whole different player than I was looking. It's not Khayik. It's a whole different player. It's Al-Ak coming into the squad as another midfield option for free. We bring in a free agent, Jordan Hope, as a left back, 61 overall. Welcome to Dundalk. We bring in free agent Tony Maguire. It's Tony Aguirre, but Tony Maguire coming into the squad on a free 60 overall center back. Replaces the other guy. Another center back coming to the squad is Cristobal Gobaz. Welcome to the squad. 65 overall. Welcome to Dundalk. Guess who's back? Back again. It's Aqua. Welcome to the squad. Is that Aqua? Is that Aqua? I don't think that's Aqua. It is Aqua. I don't know why I didn't think it was Aqua. He looked completely different than the first time. Maybe I just simmed in and just didn't see it. Aqua is back. Emil Aqua back on loan for another season here at Dundalk. And so here is the squad for this season. Mahone takes the left-hand side. Aqua striker. Craigham in at right mid. Dervin. Ashley back in the lineup. Al-Araq in the midfield as well. We cannot afford to bring in a right back, so O'Keefe is our right back. Aguirre and Harlan as our two center backs. Hope as a left back, and then Armstrong in net. There's a decent chance that Gomez and Hoyland kind of switch places. Who knows what happens, or even possibly one of these guys possibly playing out on the left hand side. I know what Pike can play there because he's 59 overall. I will see you at the end of season 2, where hopefully we're League 1 bound. And automatically promoted up to League 1 football we are. We survive it by 3 points over Tranmere Rovers. We missed out on the title by 4 points, but we are League 1 bound. And again, the top goal scorer is Emil Akra with 35 goals, leading the force, leading the line to get us promoted. We are for sure going to have to possibly sign him on a permanent deal. Cracombe had 13 goals. Horgan had 12. League 1 football next season. Let's go. And here are some of the moves we go ahead and make in this season. Paul Henrik, we move to Dundalk. We go ahead and bring in Simon Peters, a 76 rated right back. We go ahead and bring in Tovide. To be completely honest, I cheated the system here with Samson Tovide. I did the little loan glitch that I post on my channel where you loan them to buy for 0 and then you buy them for 0, so you buy them for free. This will be the only time I'll do it. I just wanted to see if it'll still work even after this latest title update. It does. So Samson Tovide comes into the squad. This is what the team looks like. Henrik, Tovide, Cracombe, Rio, Ashley, Al-Arak, Hope, Harlan, Aguirre, Peters, and Armstrong in net. And our bench is a little lackluster. We have a 27 overall player on the bench, which is a little disappointing. And we ended up finishing this season in 12th. Our first season in League 1, we ended up finishing mid-table with 62 points. So on to the next season, where we go ahead and loan in a 76 rated goalkeeper. I went ahead and looked at the highest overall in League 1 of this season. It was 75, so I didn't feel too bad about loaning in a 76 rated center back or goalkeeper in there. We bring in Aiden Heaven on loan. We bring in Hugo Pinto on a free. Oman on a free. We bring on a Matty Zimmerman as a backup striker on a free. And then we sell Amishanian off to Bromley. And then this is what the team looks like now. Obviously, Oman in for Al-Harak, who leaves on a free transfer. Heaven and Aguirre in our defense with Owusu Odordo as our goalkeeper. Again, our bench is a little lackluster, but it does not matter because come the end of the season, we finish in 5th. We are in a playoff position. We are, 5 points off the automatic promotion spot in the top 2. Charlton Athletic and Huddersfield are the ones to go ahead and get automatically promoted. It's going to be a very tough playoffs, but we do come out on top, beating Peterborough 4-0 on the final. So we beat Peterborough 4-0 on the final. We are now in the championship. Let's go and see what we can do on the championship. And before that, you can see our keeper had 20 clean sheets. Currycombe had 25 goals. Tovide had 20. Henrik had 18 with 15 assists. So great work. On to the championship. And on to the championship, we have $7 million in our budget to spend to try and improve this team. And honestly, the starting 11 is not terrible. Obviously, not having a stronger keeper is going to be a little lackluster. We could look to go bring in Oduhado. Our bench is the weak point, though. Our bench has always been a weak point for the most part. So I think that is focus and priority, and possibly bring in another keeper. Batista comes into the squad. We go ahead and bring in a goalkeeper, 76 overall. He is 30 years old, but still 76 overall will be better than our guy. We wanted to bring in Odordo back into the squad. He has a value of 27 million, so it was never going to work out. So we go back to Sheffield Wednesday, where he currently is, and we look at the second best option, which was this keeper. And he was actually the reason why we brought in the other keeper in there, because he was the highest rated in League 1, so he got promoted with us in the championship. Maybe not, actually. He could still be in League 1, for all I know. I just looked up in England. And we bring in Batista, 76 overall. And this is our team. Henrik, Tovide, Cracombe, Oman, Ashley, Maeda, Pinto, Gomez, Aguirre, Peters, Batista in the net. The bench is finally doable. It's finally manageable of a bench here. Let's see where we are finishing our first championship season. We finished that first season in the championship in 14th, which is respectable, 56 points. Next season, we go for promotion. We start the new season off by bringing in free agent goalkeeper Luca Janssen. Welcome to the squad and welcome to the worst overall team ever. And we bring in a sale of free agents alongside of Mendes, Meyer, Ali, and Al-Slani coming all in as a free agents. We outbidded Tottenham for Al-Slani. We outbidded Fulham for Mendes. They will all come to the squad. I bought in a cam when I don't have a cam position, which is interesting, but hey ho, that's the name of the game. And although we miss out on playoffs by a couple of league positions, we actually miss out on playoffs by a total of 10 points. So another season in championship football. And we finished 4th in the league. We are in the playoffs, but more impressive is Everton finished with 111 points. Wow. 2 Centurions with Leicester City 104 points there. We obviously finished in 4th. So via the playoff we go, and via the playoff we beat Leeds United 3-1 on aggregate. We then ahead and beat Burnley 2-1 on the final in the playoffs. We are Premier League. And the top goal scorer that helped us get there is Cardoso, 24 goals. Craigham and Tovidi both had 17 goals in themselves. I don't know if Tovidi is going to be good enough for Premier League quality, but we'll see what happens next season. Let's get there. Alex Cardoso is the first player in our Premier League era here for Dundalk. Welcome to the squad, strengthening our back line. In our first season of Premier League football, we survived relegation by 16 points. Obviously, that 40-point mark is kind of a sweet spot on most seasons in Premier League football. We reached that. We reached 46. We are safe from relegation. We are down towards the bottom, though. But so is Tottenham. So is Chelsea. So is Man United. Wow, they are sitting mid-table. Arsenal win the league by 3 points with Liverpool. Manchester City comes second by 10 points, or come third by 10 points to Arsenal. Well then. Season 2 of Premier League football, Free Agents FC. We bring in Daniel King, an 83 rated free agent striker. Welcome to the squad. Ricardo Bruno comes in on loan for 12 months from Brentford. Improvements. We finished 11th in the league. That looks good to us. Manchester City win the league by 10 goals over Tottenham. Arsenal went from 1st to 6th, which is interesting to see. Chelsea are still struggling. They sit in 14th. Burnley, Ipswich, and Leicester City are sent down to the championship. On to season 500. Massive improvements as we finish 8th in the Premier League. Only 5 points off the top 5. Only 6 points off the top 4. Only 16 points off top spot Manchester City, who won the league. Top goal scorer is King, who's up to 87 overall. 20 goals, 30 goals. He had 20 goals in the Premier League alone, 10 across the other competitions, including the 8 in the FA Cup. FA Cup, no, we would be... It would have said, so we must have made a deep run in the FA Cup then if he scored 8 games. I mean, we made 5 games in there. So we made it to the semis of the FA Cup, into which we lost against Leicester City on penalties, in which Arsenal went ahead and won that. So on to next season, where there is a small possibility that we have European football, but I don't think we will. I don't think it will get knocked down enough. We bring in Fabio Carvajal. He'll be our left winger. We bring in Will Knowles. He'll be a part of the midfield. We are also working on a loan deal for a certain striker. You can see there, 09. 93 overall. We're working to bring him into the squad on loan for the season. And I know King is 87 overall, but old man is 93 overall. Welcome to the squad. Hopefully you can get us the top 4 finish this season. Let's see how the boys do. In top 4 we go ahead and finish in the top 4. We have Champions League football. The question is, are we going to have Champions League money next season? I highly doubt it, because we get 20 to 30 million. We had actually roughly like 100 mil last season, so maybe we will get some money there. And the question is, how much did Ozan help in that improvement? He helped a lot, 20 goals in there from his season on loan. But we still have our other striker that is just as good down here as well, in Daniel King. He hasn't grown anything because he's only played 4 games. So on to next season, where we get Champions League football. And although we do have 97 million to spend, we'll probably only spend that on one player, and it won't be this guy. This guy we'll go ahead and bring in for free, Pedro Garcia, 21 years old. He does kind of look quite feminine, but 88 overall as a goalkeeper. Welcome to the squad. You are sure as hell going to help with the simulation, so welcome to the squad. And we bring in Sebastian Zimmerman for 55 million plus Alex Cardoso, 88 overall center back. Welcome to the squad. There's a chance he plays left back, in all honesty. There's a chance he plays left back. And the reason why he could be a left back is because we bring in this free agent, Benjamin Schroeder, in as a free agent, 83 overall center back. And Zimmerman can play left back, and we quite literally need a left back. So I think that makes sense. Never mind, we don't need a right back at all, and honestly, we don't really need anything besides, I mean, I guess possibly a bench, but honestly, no, to be completely honest. So this team is going to be our Champions League squad for the first time this rebuild. Let's go ahead and get into, I've been recording for 3 hours plus an hour, oh my god. Alright, well, let's go see our Champions League matchups. Here is our Champions League matchups. They're not all in order, but these are the 8 we will play. Benfica, AS Monaco, AEK Athens, RB Leipzig. Is that Leipzig? Yes, that's Leipzig. The Young Boys, Rangers, Lazio, and Borussia Dortmund. Quite honestly, that's a tough little league phase. It's a really tough league phase. If you include Lazio, Dortmund, RB Leipzig is definitely tough. AS Monaco can be tough. Benfica can be tough. Young Boys, we should win. AEK Athens, we should win. Leipzig, we should win, but will be tough. Rangers, we should win, but could be a draw win of it. And in fact, we start against Lazio. I will see y'all at the end of January, where hopefully we're at least in the playoffs. We sit mid-table in the Premier League after the halfway point. Arsenal and Man United are struggling. Even Liverpool are struggling down there. Leeds United, Norwich, and Nottingham Forest are the ones currently going down. Sunderland's fighting relegation. At the top, we have Newcastle. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all care about Champions League action, in which we finished 3rd in the Champions League phase, tied on points with 1st. Our goal difference was just worse than Lyon and Athletic Club. So we are into the top 8, so we get to skip out on the playoffs. But some of the teams in the playoff include Napoli, PSG, Leverkusen, Ajax, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Barcelona. Borussia Dortmund are the last team in. St. Pat's are the last team, or the first team out. Benfica's out. Brentford is out. Brentford's in champion. Oh, that's right, they finished 2nd. Sporting is out of the Champions League. Rangers finished dead last in there. So some of the teams we played didn't even make it through to the next round. Any decent matchups in here? I'm assuming possibly not. Barcelona versus Lazio, Juventus versus Real Madrid, PSV Leverkusen. This second slide here is some decent matchups there. Dortmund versus Ajax is about the interesting one there. Everybody else there, every good team should be through from that. So hopefully we can pick it back up in the league, and then we'll see who we get in the Champions League around of 16. We get Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League around of 16, so they get past Ajax there. Sevilla versus AS Monaco, Napoli versus Lyon, PSG versus Athletic Club, Barcelona versus Leo, Real Madrid make it through. They have full, wow. Imagine getting into the playoffs, you are taking on Juventus, and you get rewarded with Fulham out of the Premier League. Wow. PSV get Liverpool. PSV win, and then RB Leipzig get Leipzig. So PSV win against Leverkusen. Barcelona win. So everybody here that I expected to win did win, in all honesty. PSV, I kind of had Leverkusen going through possibly, but then everyone here did win who I expected to win. PSG made it a little bit harder on themselves. They had to win on penalties. And in fact, Inter Milan actually got knocked out to Sevilla. That is something I did not expect. And then Ajax versus Dortmund was a throw up. So it's Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League round of 16. In the first leg, King is up to 89 overall. We have a full squad of new-gen players, and we win the first leg. Knowles and Janssen on the score sheet, a 2-0 win in the first leg. Massive W. Now we're going back to the Republic of Ireland, a.k.a. England. And we're back into the top 4 as well, so we're doing good in the league if all else fails. Second leg here against Borussia Dortmund after being up 2-0. We win 3-2 on aggregate, but we lose the day 2-1. Thank the Lord for King scoring in the 16th minute. Kamada and Mainu put the pressure on. King missing a penalty in the 58th that could have absolutely ended it, but we are into the next round of the Champions League. And in the quarterfinals, quarterfinals of the Champions League, we go ahead and get Lille. So AS Monaco get Leipzig. Athletic. This is actually looking really favorable because the two hardest teams left in the competition are playing each other. Athletic Club versus Lille. It's Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Those are the two hardest teams. And then obviously us versus Lille. So looking at the previous round, we have AS Monaco knocking off Sevilla. Obviously, we knocked off Dortmund. Lyon knocked off Napoli. Athletic Club knocked off PSG. Lille knocked off Barcelona. Real Madrid went to penalties against Fulham. Liverpool knocked off PSV 6-3, and then Leipzig took care of business against Strasbourg. So it's Lille in the Champions League. In the first leg here, we simulate through it. It's a 1-1 draw. Riviero scoring in the 53rd to make it a 1-1 draw. Cohan in the 31st that gave them the lead for quite a bit. But now back home, back to the Republic of Ireland to hopefully win that. And we're second in the league now. We're flying in the league. How far are we behind first place just out of pure interest? 3 points. We could win the league. And win the semifinals of the FA Cup. Second leg here, it's a 1-1 draw. The second leg here at home, and the boys get it done narrowly. A 1-0 win. Rivieros with the brace in this competition, a goal in each game, and we go ahead and move on to the semifinals of the Champions League. Joao Pedro got subbed on in the 75th minute, instantly missed a penalty there to level things up, and we are into the semifinals of the Champions League. It's Real Madrid in the semifinals of the Champions League. It's another away leg in the first leg. It's another draw in the first leg. It's a brace for both sides of the ball. Bellingham in a brace, and then King in a brace. The 89th minute equalizer for our midfielder. It was midfielder versus midfielder. Bellingham versus King. They still have. I don't see Mbappe. Mbappe was on the bench. Possibly came off because actually no. There's only one sub that happened the whole game. So Mbappe was on the bench. So they are treating Dundalk as the garbage that they are. Obviously being technically coded as the worst game in the league. Let's go ahead and do this now. In the second leg here, the semifinals of the Champions League here, 2-2. I haven't even seen who we could get in the final there. I haven't checked the other semifinal matchup. Seeing Real Madrid expect us to get absolutely battered. It was a 2-2 draw, a 1-1 draw here, and on penalties, we go through. Dundalk winning 5-4 on penalties. 3-3 on aggregate. We'll see who scored on the day. It was Vinicius Jr. in the second half, and then another late equalizer that pushed it to extra time. Rivieros on the 87th minute pushed extra time, which absolutely nothing happened in those 30 minutes. So penalty shootouts we go. Bellingham scored his, King scored his, Pepe scored, Craigham scored, Vinny Jr. scored, Noah scored, Bob scored, Carvajal scored, and then Fernandes scored. I don't know if that's Bruno Fernandes or what Fernandes that is, but a Bruno Fernandes or some type of Fernandes scored or missed their penalty, and then Rivieros, who sent this essentially to a penalty shootout, scored his penalty to win it, and we are final bound in our first season of the Champions League football. That's a miracle and a half, and we will be taking on Lyon as they take off Leipzig 3-0. So it's Dundalk versus Olympic Lyon in the final of a Champions League. You've heard that right. We're 6th in the Premier League. We fell off. Holy shit. We absolutely fell off in the Premier League unless we have games in hand, which we absolutely we do have one game in hand, I guess. All right, well, it is final action here, May 31st, Olympique Lyonnais versus Dundalk. Before that, we'll check out the rest of the stats here. So we end up finishing in the top 4 in the Premier League, 9 points off top spot. So there is that. Who goes down? Leeds, Norwich, Bournemouth, Man United in 14th. That's realistic. Spurs in 13th. That's realistic as to what happened this season as well. The FA Cup final, we go ahead and win that as well, beating Nottingham Forest 3-2. The Carabao Cup final, it goes to Chelsea. They beat North London rivals Arsenal. Obviously, we're in Champions League final. The Europa League final, it goes over to Manchester City. They beat BK Haken in that, and then Olympique Marseille go ahead and beat the Conference League. So who will be the champions of Europe completely? Will it be a Irish team, aka an English team, or will it be a French team and they'll have 2 French European champions, or will we have 2 English/Irish/UK champions here. So let's go and jump into it. Let's watch this play out, and hopefully we can go ahead and hoist that trophy at the end of this game. And we have kicked off, and it starts with Leon on the ball early. It's Navarrete. He's trying to get a shot, but Zimmerman is not allowing it to happen. Rivieros into Janssen. Janssen will let it go. Back to Rivieros. Rivieros down the byline. Bodied off the ball by Navarrete. The right back Peters, who's been here since League One. It's a great save from Grabra. Janssen. 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 Saved by Ginn. And it's going to go for a throw-in. It's Navarrete. Navarrete in the box. It's Navarrete into O'Reilly. O'Reilly into Simon. Simmons into Palawoski. Shot blocked by Myers. Kraken getting a volley over the top for King. Is he onside? Yes. King now. King. Kraken, who started the attack, can't finish it. It's another great save by the keeper. Carvajal whipped in. Kraken. Saved by Graba, kept in play. Corner for Leon here. What will they do with it? It's in the box. It's O'Reilly. It's headed away by Janssen, but down to Navarrete. Gamere. Navarrete now on the ball. Back to Luis. Will he do anything with it? We're coming up to the halftime break. Garcia palms it up and over the bar. King, he might be able to break through. And King, we might be able to hit a counterattack. Don't know what he's doing, but King is in the box. Back post for Carvajal, headed away. Knowles on the ball now. Carvajal into Krakem, saved. Knowles still in the box. Referee's not going to blow his whistle quite yet, but he's going to blow it in a second. It's Carvajal, it's Knowles. If we go back one more time, it's Carvajal. Just don't go outside the box. Carvajal drags his shot wide, and that is the halftime break. 0-0 after the first 45, 50 minutes here. On to the second half. Into Janssen. Janssen now on the ball. Janssen from distance. Grabber, another save. Carvalho uses his pace to get down the byline. The cross isn't great, but Janssen on the volley off target. And Kraken now on the ball. Kraken still on the ball. Into King now. King out wide for Rivieros. Rivieros on the ball. What can you do with it? Back post for Carvajal. Carvajal keeps it in play. Into Knowles. Into Janssen. Now King. King shoots. King scores. And Dundalk in the 73rd minute take the lead. It's been a long time coming, but somebody finally breaking that deadlock. It's 1-0 to the Irishmen. King. Kraken. King. Kraken. Knowles. I guess, I don't know, who was that? Must have been, yeah. We are coming near the end of the game here. A couple more chances, maybe one, maybe two. Maybe this could be the last one. It's a corner. It was a poor one. It's Mendoza, though, losing the ball to Rivieros, and that was more than likely their last attack of the game, as Rivieros is just going to carry it down the byline. Dundalk are going to win the Champions League on the first time of asking. He gets the ball into King. King shoots. King doesn't score. It's saved out for a corner. Extends the game unnecessarily just a little bit longer, unfortunately. We are just going to go ahead and try and quickly get past this. If I took control, I'd just hit X and carry the ball, but here it's going to be a little bit of ping-pong action for a second. Keeper will not be able to get there, but the referee should blow his whistle. He will blow his whistle, and Dundalk are your Champions League winners here in Madrid. It took us multiple seasons, but from the worst team overall based on FC25 to the best team in all of European competition and the best team of England. I mean, we didn't win the league in England, but nonetheless, we are your Champions League winner from rock bottom to the top. And there is that beautiful trophy, and there are those beautiful men to lift said trophy. It's Kraken, the captain of the club, the right winger. He has been here since the start, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was one of the OG Youth Academy players in the squad from League 2 all the way up now. I think he possibly, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe. I honestly don't know at this point. I recorded this over the course of 2 days, as you can probably tell. And after multiple hours of rebuilding, the worst team overall in FC25, we are your Champions League winners. Let me know what team you want me to rebuild next and what kind of criteria you want me to see, like free agents, just a certain nationality like Argentina, Spain, Brazil, anyone, maybe the worst rated nationality team in the game. we could do that as well. Let me know in the comments. But for now, that's going to be me today here at CMG. Go and leave a like and subscribe. A possible giveaway at 100 subs. If we can reach it before April 22nd, we might do a giveaway at 100 subs. But for now, that's me today. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.